Hello, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to Journey into Film. I'm your host, Philip Lee, and this is my host, Neil Friesland.
Hello.
And we are not talking about a certain film today. Right now, we actually just did that first Islands of the Lambs, but that got us thinking about wanting to talk about our personal histories with horror, the horror genre.
Yeah.
Like I said on this Islands of the Lambs review, I was a big pussy when it came to horror. I didn't want to see anything because of blood and all that crap. But I finally went and saw horror. I finally started watching that stuff after I saw Islands of the Lambs. And since then, let's just say I have a pretty big collection of DVD and Blu-ray horror films because I find them for cheap, and I was like,
Right.
that's especially if it's one I've heard about, and I really want to grab it.
Yeah.
But horror has been around since the beginning of film, back to the silent film days with Nosferatu
Right.
and Phantom of the Opera back in the 1920s, but they really got popular in the early 30s with Dracula,
Yes,
with
absolutely.
Bela Lugosi, and Frankenstein with Boris Karloff,
Right.
and the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man, and the Mummy, and then later on, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Actually, the Wolfman was in the 40s, sorry. And Creature from the Black Lagoon, I believe, was in the 50s. But all those were iconic monsters that when you think of horror, those are the first things you probably think of.
Right.
Besides these three stooges.
Right.
But Neil, what's your history with horror?
You know, I as you talking about that, one of the very first characters I remember is Vincent Price from
Good evening.
from horror movies. When I was a kid, I don't know what I loved it. That's awesome. I loved his laugh. I loved the character.
Shout out Michael.
The Pit and the Pendulum is a movie from. It's a color movie though.
Ooh.
It may be from the 50s or 60s, maybe from the 60s. But I remember watching those black and white movies from the 30s, 40s, 50s. As a kid, on Saturday morning, they had horror movie marathons on Saturday morning. So they'd play like 2 or 3 movies during the day. It was awesome. So then I got to know Vincent Price and Boris Karloff and those guys. Lon Chaney, absolutely.
Lon Chaney, Bela Lugosi,
all those guys.
Yeah, man. I actually saw a film with Vincent Price called House of Wax.
Yes.
That was a twisted film. And by the way, I actually watched the remake on AMC, and it was bad.
Yeah.
But the only thing I liked was the only thing that made the film worth watching was seeing Paris Hilton get killed. That was just beautiful.
I can understand that. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
Especially the way she died. She got a thumb through the head. And she falls on her knees, and she looks like she's not even good. But it was juicy.
Yeah.
But do not watch that film unless you want to see her get the axe. But the horror genre, I started in 2008, like I said, and after that I started watching stuff like Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock. Not the remake with Vince Vaughn.
No, the original was
Having watched it, don't even care to.
Yeah, the original.
Spare your souls, guys. Yeah. Spare your souls. Watch the original because it's a classic.
Yeah.
And by the way, I did review that over the time that I wasn't doing shows with you.
Gotcha.
But I really love it. I grew to really love the entire world of horror.
Yeah.
Now there are little sub genres within the horror genre.
Yeah.
What's the type of horror film genre that you like the most?
I kind of like the Dracula Frankenstein genre, if that makes sense.
So you like the universal horror.
Yeah, absolutely. And the black and white. I really like the black and white movies.
Yes.
There's just something about those. So
Yeah. I mean, this isn't really a horror film, but if you ever seen Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein and
I
Dracula. Yeah, they have all three of them in that film. They have the Wolfman, Dracula, and Frankenstein.
Right.
Dracula appears, and he opens up this crate, and it's Frankenstein. And Frankenstein looks up and goes, "Master."
Yeah.
And that was just
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
That was scary. That got me going.
Yeah.
But,
What did you think of The Birds? Did you ever see
well,
Alfred Hitchcock's Birds?
I've always been scared of birds, so that was gonna scare me no matter what. That was a great little film.
It was.
But my favorite horror films are ones that are more story focused and character focused.
Gotcha.
These guys are fun, but
Right.
the slasher genre in general, it's meant to be just blood and guts and have some fun.
Those are for teenagers.
Yeah,
that's when I
because
first started watching those.
Most of the characters that are getting killed off are so fucking dumb. It's like,
right, they deserve to be
just
killed
kill
off.
these folks.
That's right.
I don't care. Look, you're not supposed to wish death on real folks.
Right.
But as far as I'm concerned, fake people, fictional people are fair game.
Yes.
So it's like, you know what? Kill them now, please.
Right.
Spare me of this stupidity.
Some of the movies that I like current in the modern era here are like The Conjuring, and
I tried to watch that. I fell asleep. I was
really you didn't.
I fell asleep with that one. I woke up and there was still nothing happening. So I was like,
I loved it. I loved it. I love The Conjuring and
the Babadook.
Oh, and I love that too.
Yes, that was good. That was good. Although that little kid, I swear to God, if you're trying to get me to have remorse for that kid,
it's not going to happen, is it?
No, I'm actually wanting the monster to do away with him. But
so, what do you think is your favorite aspect of a horror movie? What makes you like them?
Well, it all goes down to story, character, and how you get the film to look.
Yeah.
Can you make the film look good? I think about stuff like the Exorcist from 1973. That whole film is brilliant.
Very good.
I think of stuff like The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. I think of zombie films like Dawn of the Dead from 1978. And the remake from 2004 is actually pretty good too.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the better remakes. Child's Play, I liked it, but it goes back to that slasher genre.
Gotcha.
I like films like The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
I really love a little Western vampire film called Near Dark.
Yes.
From 1987.
Yeah.
Again, I also love Alien.
Yeah, that's a great
from
movie.
From 1979, I believe.
Would we consider that horror or sci-fi horror? I don't know.
It's sci-fi and horror. It's both.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a haunted house in space.
Oh, I guess that's true.
If you ever see a trailer for a new horror film, it's like a haunted house in space. My first thought is, seen it. Call it Alien.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Gotcha.
But
Sigourney Weaver's good in that.
Yeah, she's fantastic in that film. Girls were actually kicking ass in film before characters like Captain Marvel came along and was, I'm flawless.
Right, exactly.
I'm not going to relate to you. I don't think any
Yes.
girl that isn't buying into your BS is going
Right.
to relate to you. Neil, when it comes to characters, what is the most important thing to feel when you're watching a character?
Well, that's a great question. Let's come back to that after the break. How's that sound?
We will come back to that after the break.